Well, hello, welcome to beautiful Las Vegas Ballpark for the first Battle for Vegas. Captain Reilly Smith and the Vegas Golden Knights taking on the Oakland, soon-to-be Las Vegas Raiders, and their captain, Hall of Famer, Marcus Allen. I'm your host, Brian Salmon, and this is Drone 3. And if you don't think that the beautiful Las Vegas Ballpark was meant to have this occasion today, then you thought wrong. It's the Battle for Vegas. Team Marcus versus Team Reilly.
Man, I'm already tired. Oh, God.
Benefiting the Tyler Robinson Foundation. This is Battle for Vegas Celebrity Softball, presented by Battle-Born Injury Lawyers.
The Battle for Vegas all started with Reilly Smith of the Vegas Golden Knights and his desire to do a big event to benefit local children's charities. In what promises to be a night to remember, Reilly was able to get an all-star team of Vegas athletes and celebrities to play in the event and raise money for this great cause. Regular Joes like News 3's Brian Salmon and sports guy at heart Kevin Janison get a brief taste of what it's like to be a pro athlete. Sort of.
Probably the oldest guy in here. Easily the oldest guy. Right? Now you have to show off on these young guys.
From there, it's out of the clubhouse and into that brand spanking new ballpark where Raiders Hall of Famers like Woodson, Golden Knights stars like Reilly Smith, and Raiders rookie first pick Jonathan Abram share experiences with the fans who just want to get some face time with these stars of the slick stuff and the gridiron, and the other guys that they let play in this thing.
My head ain't this big. Look at this. That is.
So before we hit the field, you gotta loosen it up. Team Marcus taking the time to warm up those arms. Meanwhile, one half of the Bash brothers, Mr. Parkway Jose himself, grabbed a few souvenirs for the home run derby before giving me his 2 cents on how to win this home run contest.
All I tell them always, when a kid or a man, whoever asks me for advice, swing hard just in case you hit it. And I'm gonna swing very hard. If I get one, hopefully I can hit that scoreboard with a line drive. I will be impressed with anyone that can hit it axial over the regular fence, which is I think anywhere from 320 to 450.
You think anybody in here can actually do that?
Yeah, I think so. I think a couple of these guys are athletic enough, even though it's not their main sport, and they're strong enough that if they hit one's gonna go.
But let's be honest, these are a bunch of dudes that do everything but pick up a bat and ball for a living. However, they are athletes, so there's no lack of confidence around here.
Who on the Raiders squad that you guys have is someone we got to look out for today?
Me.
Yeah?
Me.
What about Jonathan Abram? He's a hard hitter.
He likes to talk. He likes to talk.
He does a lot of run of the lips.
He's a rookie, but he talks a lot, so we'll see if he'll be able to back it up today.
But Big D, the host of this whole thing, ain't worried about who's gonna impress. He's just happy to be a part of it all.
Man, I'm so excited to be here. This is unreal. And I mean, you're looking around, 2 sports teams, 2 representatives from those teams, right, have gotten together, put together an amazing event. And yes, you can say it's the gold versus silver and black, but at the end of the day, the amount of people showing up here, and you're seeing the Raiders logos, you're seeing the Knights logo. I mean, it's overwhelming to see the outpouring of support, not only for the teams, but for the Tyler Robinson Foundation.
And it is. It's just Vegas, baby. I mean, they are all coming out Vegas strong right up
And
there.
that's the other thing. Think of all the entertainment, all the things that are happening on a Saturday night in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
A little old ballpark out in Summerlin is sold out.
And they are here. It is packed, and it is going to be a lot of fun. What are you looking forward to most about tonight?
Seeing this guy, seeing Reilly Smith in the batter's box, seeing guys on the ice who you know are good. They're legit athletes.
Yeah.
But swinging a bat can be a whole nother thing.
We were talking to Jose Canseco for the home run derby.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, well,
good luck to anybody not named Jose Canseco on the home run derby.
We put the over-under at 25 total home runs.
You want my number?
What's your number?
I'm going to say 18.
18, okay.
18 jacks, but he's going to be a victim of the 2-minute clock. That's why.
Yeah, I can see that. So aside from Jose, who else do you think we should watch out for in that one?
I mean, I'd like to see England in there. England, I feel like he's got some chops, right? The hits count a little different here than they do in the NHL.
A little bit.
Shane Victorino, I mean, that could be your sleeper right there because his bat speed is pretty, he doesn't have the muscle mass Jose does, so his bat speed is going to be a little bit quicker.
And in terms of the game itself, I know you got to stay non-biased and all, but who are you looking out for?
3 little words that I get to shout with 18,000 plus on a regular basis. Go, Knights, go.
Go, Knights, go! Go, Knights, go! Go, Knights, go! Go, Knights, go!
Hey, don't go anywhere. We still have a lot more action for you.
We're Imagine Dragons.
I'm Tom Coughlin.
And we're Joe and Jill Biden. Every day, 43 children are diagnosed with cancer in the United States.
This leaves a devastating emotional and financial impact on the entire family.
It takes a band.
It takes a team.
It takes a community.
It takes a nation to tackle pediatric cancer.
Join the Tyler Robinson Foundation, the Biden Cancer Initiative, and the Tom Coughlin J Fund in supporting the many families tackling childhood cancer.
Battle for Vegas Celebrity Softball, presented by Battle-Born Injury Lawyers.
The atmosphere was awesome inside the Las Vegas Ballpark, and after Reilly Smith and Marcus Allen took care of their managerial duties, shaking hands and whatnot, we kicked off the Home Run Derby presented by Zappos. First up, the Hall of Famer Rod Woodson. My man's got 71 career interceptions, 14 touchdowns to go with it, but no career home runs that our stats team could dig up. Till today, at least.
Hey, out there, what'd you think about your performance?
Since I haven't played in forever, not too bad. Trying to overhit, though.
Trying to overhit?
Trying to overhit.
I mean, you're a Hall of Famer. You're definitely a Hall of Famer. What do you think about the turnout here for the soon-to-be Las Vegas Raiders?
This is awesome. Look at my boy right here.
Abram is doing his thing. He says he's going to go crazy in this thing.
Hey, I hope he does.
I just got to beat him. I can't let the old man get me. I can't let him get me.
He got that young man strength right here.
Next up, standing at 5'9" and 174 pounds of fury, Jonathan Marchessault. And look, we know Marshy can light the lamp. He did so 25 times last season, and today he lit up the Las Vegas Ballpark with an impressive display at the plate, putting Team Reilly up early.
Woo! Jonathan Marchessault. You score game-winning goals, and apparently you know how to hit a softball, my man.
Yeah, it went a little better than I expected.
A little better than you expected. You hit like 9 dingers, man.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
So did you expect to do, well, obviously you said a little bit more than you expected, but as far as like the way that was jumping off the bat, did you go to batting cage? You practice a little bit beforehand?
No, I took my first swings right here, right before. And I just jump in there, and it was pretty good.
From there, we'd inject a little bit of youth into this thing. The trash-talking, hard-hitting rookie safety out of the Magnolia State, Jonathan Abram. And his goal? Beat the old-timer Rod Woodson. But no dice today.
Man, how do you assess that performance?
Hey, he beat me. Third score. Hey, them 2 minutes are alone. I know that much they are alone. But it don't matter though, great team gonna win. That's all that matters.
I was just gonna ask you that. Like, how?
Hey,
Montez Burke, he only hit 4.
Shane Victorino gonna save today.
From there, it may have taken some time, but eventually Anderson Hunt snagged himself one more steal to go along with his other 138 of his career, getting that bat out of Burfict's hands to get some hacks in, and he went to work. Check out the sharpshooter going along to extend Team Reilly's lead. Now, eventually, Burfict got the bat back in his hands, and if you watched him in Cincy, you know the guy can hit. Just ask Antonio Brown. No matter where they put him, my man was taking him for a ride. So to clap back, the Knights turned to Mr. Golden Knight himself, Derek England. We've seen his work on the ice. He's also got some of that old man strength too, swinging for power here. But these two teams have some ringers. For Team Marcus, that is the flying Hawaiian Shane Victorino, who's got a pair of World Series rings, and a longtime Vegas resident was looking to add a Battle for Vegas Home Run Derby title to the collection. And he put the power on display from both sides of the plate. But he can't hit them like Jose Canseco. We told you they called him Parkway Jose, right? The 6'4" monster still has the size and the plate presence. You've got 462 career dingers. This kind of thing is light work. And a 17-year MLB vet took his own advice, swinging hard and hitting them out of the yard, helping a lead team Reilly Smith to an impressive 25-22 win in the Home Run Derby.
Here with Jose Canseco, here on the Golden Knights team, my team. You are the ringer. How are you feeling after that dominating home run performance?
I cannot breathe. I am so out of shape for a 55-year-old man. I mean, hit a couple really good ones, but my God, my cardio's so bad. It's very hot out here, so we had a great time. I think we won.
A couple good ones, barely hit. You're hitting like the bricks over there. I think we might have lost the ball.
I was trying to keep away from that scoreboard. They said, please don't hit our scoreboard, so I tried to pull everything. Yeah, it was fun.
What do you think about this turnout out here, the people that are coming out here to support the Tyler Robinson Foundation, the Golden Knights, and the soon-to-be Las Vegas Raiders?
This is an amazing turnout. Look at all these people. A great cause. Great bunch of guys out here. We did the home run derby. It was a lot of fun. Now, you know what? Let's have a game. Let's have more fun.
That's what I'm talking about. How bad do you want to beat the Oakland, soon-to-be Las Vegas Raiders over there? I think they've been talking a little bit of trash to us, man.
You know, we're all competitors. We're all athletes. Anytime we play a sport, we want to win no matter what. Even though it's for charity, it's for fun. We still want to win.
No need to ask if they were entertained. It's clear the fans approve. And they're not alone. Team captain Reilly Smith, the man responsible for bringing this event to Las Vegas, he was definitely happy with the team's performance early on in this one as well.
We got the captain, Reilly Smith, 25-22. We got the dub. How do you think? What do you think?
It's a good start to the day. You know, you want to have that big victory to give us a little positivity. Jose was unbelievable. I don't think a couple of those balls have come down yet. I think we're still waiting. So, a lot of fun. Marchie was our big surprise with 9 home runs.
I was just going to say that. Marchessault said that the first swings that he took is when he came here today.
I believe him. I believe him. But I didn't think a little guy like that could have that much power. So, it's good to see.
Now, what do you think about this turnout out here, especially for the home run derby and the excitement that the crowd bring to that?
It's unbelievable. I can't thank the Las Vegas community enough for coming out and supporting this great cause. They're rowdy, so we got to put on a good show.
Speaking about putting a good show, I know you play lacrosse. How are you going to do out there?
I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Obviously, our team's looking pretty good, especially winning that home run derby, but just make sure I don't strike out.
Okay, guys, we are hanging out with Jonathan Abram. As you can see, he is not very happy. Talk to me about what just happened in the home run derby.
Well, the other team just brought their own pitcher. So they say if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So y'all stay tuned for the game.
We finna cheat too.
Hey, Montez Murphy didn't get you about to cheat. What you guys about to do?
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything?
A little bit of everything.
What do you got up your sleeves for come game time? We got the home run derby in the books. What is coming up?
I'm bringing out the fake throw of the ball. The player gonna step out the base, I'm gonna tag him out.
You're gonna hold on to the ball in the mid? I got you. Pull out some Little League stuff.
What? I'm putting out all the Little League tricks.
All the Little League tricks. That's what we got coming up. Bush League stuff.
The Bush League tricks.
Hey, anything to get the win, right?
Hey, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's what they told us.
Hey, what do they say in the Raiders? Just win, baby, right?
Just win, baby.
Just win at all costs.
No doubt these guys are ready to put on a show for the fans. Who will win the first ever Battle for Vegas? Team Reilly and the Golden Knights, or Team Marcus and the Oakland but soon-to-be Las Vegas Raiders, who made it clear they came here for one thing. They've got some tricks up their sleeves to make sure they walk out of here winners.
You're watching Battle for Vegas, benefiting the Tyler Robinson Foundation.
The Battle for Vegas all started with Reilly Smith and his desire to do a big event to benefit local children's charities. In its inaugural year, Reilly and his team chose to benefit the Tyler Robinson Foundation in its effort to help families dealing with a pediatric cancer diagnosis. In what promises to be a night to remember, Reilly was able to get an all-star team of Vegas athletes and celebrities playing the event and raise money for this great cause.
There is no such thing as a child that is too young to get cancer. Therefore, there is no such thing as a child that is too young to help. Children are not supposed Children are not supposed to be fighting for their lives. They are not supposed to be worrying about how their parents will pay for the treatment that they need. So I might be just a kid, but I am armed with a voice and the determination to make a difference in the lives of children with cancer. At
At just 13 years old, Jeffrey raised over $20,000 for TRF. We were so inspired by Jeffrey and so many others who have been so generous and creative in their giving that we decided to create the TRF Ambassador Program. This program was designed to allow everybody to use their time and energy to help TRF families.
I remember sitting in TRF's second gala and being very inspired by Jeffrey. I just remember thinking, if he can do this at his age, what's my excuse? As an artist, I started to sell some of my prints with the proceeds going to the TRF families.
We each have a gift that we can use for good, and we can all use those gifts to make a difference in the lives of these families suffering from pediatric cancer.
The great thing about making this world a better place is that we are never too old or too young to get involved. We can all make a difference right now.
Now we have ambassadors of all ages around the world doing remarkable things for these families. The projects can be simple. Take Cooper from Nevada, for example. He's only 9 years old and collects people's spare change. He's raised over $430 and counting. And Phoebe from California runs photo booths for parties and events. She's raised over $17,000.
Being able to combine what I love and helping people feels amazing. I think by combining what you love and finding a cause that you're passionate about, you can put those together and do some really amazing things.
We have ambassadors from Russia to Brazil, Canada to Germany, from Norway to Australia, France to the United States, and everywhere in between. Daniel from Russia has created and sold artwork and hosted an Imagine Dragons fan party to raise money. And Kaylin organizes an annual Harry Potter fun run event.
I was inspired after I saw the Imagine Dragons Demons video. It's amazing. And at the end of the video, there's a clip of Dan Reynolds and Tyler Robinson, and it was the perfect thing at the right time that we needed to hear. And we just started volunteering.
The Canadian rock band The Falling sells TRF merchandise on their tour. And Astrid from Germany makes custom keychains. As a TRF ambassador, you make your own fundraising goals, big or small. The money raised by each ambassador helps offset out-of-pocket life expenses for families battling a childhood cancer diagnosis. If you are watching this and don't think you have a talent or gift to offer, you are wrong. If you have an idea and a passion, there is a place for you in the Ambassador Program. Everyone has a talent or something we can give. What is your passion? What is your talent? What are you willing to give or sacrifice for these families? Let's work together to provide hope for these families during difficult times and make a difference by just being you.
We are now joined by two very special people. We got Shannon Robinson and Jesse Robinson, got a strong name there. Guys, for the people at home that don't know much about the foundation, tell them a little bit about it.
We help children and families with pediatric cancer. We follow them for about 3 years, and we help them on this journey, both financially and emotionally. And it was named after our son, Tyler, that passed away 6 years ago.
It's definitely a great organization. And Jesse, where did the inspiration for this all come from?
Music, my man, music. Tyler and I just loved music, and we got to know Imagine Dragons back before they were mainstream, and because of that love for music, and he connected to it during his battle with cancer, and we shared that story with the band, and it started a fruitful relationship with them. And when Tyler passed away 6 years ago, it was the band that had called us up to start a foundation in Tyler's memory.
And what has this all meant to you guys to be able to do all of this?
Oh, it's been incredible to be able to help other families that are going through such a difficult time in their lives, and we're so grateful to the men of Imagine Dragons. They're the ones that came up with the idea. They're the ones that cared so deeply, and they were able to, with their help, we've been able to do wonderful things.
And Jesse, I mean, also this event, I mean, what kind of thing is this? It's got to be pretty
This
fun.
is wild, man. This is wild. I mean, growing up in Utah, just Tyler was a normal kid with an amazing heart, and to see what has happened since his death, being in the stadium with the Raiders and with the Golden Knights and Imagine Dragons, like all of it, just it's still to us, it's like we're always pinching ourselves how exciting and cool this is.
are hanging out with Shane Victorino, who feels that he got cheated. Talk to me, man. What happened?
We had fun. It was a good time. Home run derby was a blast. Felt like we got cheated because Mr. Canseco decided to bring his own pitcher. But after understanding, they said that I could have used that guy, but a little late after it's all said and done. But no, we're having fun. That's what it's all about. It's for the cause, and sharing good times and good laughs is, it's what it's all about tonight.
Well, like you said, it's all about the cause. What does it mean to you to be able to be a part of something like this?
Oh, it's great. I mean, understanding how, I have a foundation of my own, so the work that goes into putting on events and, getting people to show up, getting athletes and celebrities to come and be a part of this, it's a lot of work and a lot of effort, but at the end of the day, where the cause is and where everything goes, and the Tyler Robinson Foundation being, the beneficiary, you understand what those kind of causes are all about. And, like I said, having one of my own, it's a great cause, and I'm very excited for, anytime an event like this, I'm all in.
Well, in an event like this, for the first time here in Las Vegas, this turnout, got to be pretty impressed, right?
Well, it's the Golden Knights. It's the era that they've created here. With the Raiders coming in, it's another team that's going to cause a lot of fun in this city. And, being an athlete myself, I love it. I think it's great. I hope Major League Baseball comes. I hope NBA comes. I hope every, professional sport comes here. And, being a native here, and no, not a native, but someone that lives here now, making my second home here, I think it's amazing to see where sports have come.
It definitely keeps getting better and better. All right, you mentioned athlete, you're competitive. We got the game coming up. What are we going to see there?
You're going to see a bunch of good laughs. I promise you that. I don't know how creative it'll be, but you're going to see a lot of good laughs. And like I said, we're here for one reason. It's for the cause.
The Flying Hawaiian gets it, and so do the others participating in the Battle for Vegas. The play introductions could not have been any better. Watching Rod Woodson and Marcus Allen, two Hall of Famers that played a gladiator sport, show their softer side today. Meanwhile, the weatherman Kevin Janison was living the dream, taking the field with some of the best of the sporting world. No doubt that's why he's grinning ear to ear. Meanwhile, Mr. 7'5" himself, Ryan Reeves, one of the most feared men in hockey, he's ready to tee it up today, and he'll be playing alongside News 3's Brian Salmon. And Dan Reynolds from Imagine Dragons. They are hoping to get that dub for the man of the hour, VGK's Reilly Smith, the man most responsible for this game. So, with the intros in the books, it's Anthem time, and man, did this one give you the chills. And just like that, it's time to play ball.
Are you ready? Shay, are you ready? Yeah, he's ready. Let her rip, buddy. Go ahead, throw it to Shay.
How about that? The cutest first pitch you'll ever see. So with that, it's do or die time. Win or go home, throw out all the cliches. This is the Battle for Vegas, and it's on. The soon-to-be Las Vegas Raiders will have first honors at the plate.
Hey, you leading off, Josh? You leading off? What you got for us, man?
I don't know, man. I don't know how I'm going to look. I ain't swung a baseball bat in about 6 years. So I don't know. We're going to see.
But you're an athlete, though.
You're right, but we're going to see.
And in Alabama, they teach you to compete, right? So
yeah, for sure. I got to get this done today, though.
All right, let's see how he does, guys.
But as you can see, it didn't go all that well for Josh. But for Team Reilly, it did. Particularly for Revo, who was shown out in left field. My guy made two nice snags to start the top half of the first.
Drop. We up.
What's up with you out in the outfield out there, my man? You got skills out there, baby.
Oh, I'm gassed. I'm in off-season shape right now, man. I'm looking nice, right? A couple catches, that's all right.
That's what I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3 inning. It couldn't have went any better, could it?
Oh, it's easy work. It's easy work. Those guys don't want to play ball.
That's what I'm talking about. The trash talker, Ryan Reeves.
But the bottom half of the first inning went just as well for Team Marcus, especially KJ behind the plate, putting his body on the line to come down with the defensive play of the game to send Reeves back to the dugout, bat in hand. Well done, Janison. However, it didn't stop Team Reilly from putting runs on the board. Derek England may be long in the tooth, but he's still got some wheels. The slide might not have been pretty, but man, it was effective, and eventually he'd turn it into a run thanks to a Reilly Smith single. And Canseco touched home as well. That's thanks to older brother Brendan Smith's hit. But forget the runs. What about that catch from our guy KJ?
All right, KJ, one heck of a play, man. What happened there?
Well, Reeves popped up the ball in foul territory. I had time to check the wind conditions and the barometric pressure. Oh, that is out.
And that's gone. That is gone. Who is? Oh, Shane Victorino goes yard as we're talking. Yeah, hey, that's a homer. Go ahead and show him this one, Scott. As Victorino takes the trot around the bases. How about that? Hey, Shane, talk to me about what you just saw right there.
Something that barely got over the softball wall, so I'm in trouble if that's as far as I'm going to hit it. Hopefully I'll hit one farther later tonight.
Did she leave a little meatball up there for you?
Yeah, a little bit. We'll have more fun with it.
After Victorino showed some power, the big man, Maurice Hurst, couldn't do the same. That dribbler ain't cutting it, but Woodson had his back. We saw what he did in the Derby, hitting another long ball here. So to follow it up, could KJ keep it going and summon the same mojo at the plate?
Damn it, got under it. I should have taken the first one. The first one was a good pitch.
Not today. A little fly out to center field. And to the dugout we go with the game tied at 2.
Look at this beautiful environment. You're watching Battle for Vegas here on News 3.
This is Battle for Vegas Celebrity Softball, presented by Battle-Born Injury Lawyers.
All right, I'm here with my guy Matt from Battle-Born Injury Lawyers, and we're here for, of course, the Battle for Vegas charity softball tournament. First of all, for a good cause, how nice is it that you get to come out and we get to do this for such a great cause?
I never thought I would see something like this in our backyard. Beautiful ballpark, and now we got 2 professional teams here, 3 if you count the WNBA. This is insane. I don't know how I can't buy all these tickets. It's a lot of tickets.
There's a lot of tickets. In fact, you said that you are a season ticket holder for the Golden Knights. What the Golden Knights have done here, how insane has that been to just taking over the city?
Yeah, I mean, we were part of the founding 50, which ended up being the founding 75, and then to go, the very first game, October 1 shooting, it was, it was just a lot of tears. And to see them make that run and then make another run this year, and what they've done, the depth, the talent, and these guys are members of our community. I mean, Reeves is here. I know he's got a vacation. He's putting it off to play for this. It's just amazing what they do for the community.
All right. And last but not least, the fact that this event has been sold out, what do you think that says about Las Vegas and just the support for the Tyler Robinson Foundation, the Golden Knights, and for the soon-to-be Las Vegas Raiders?
I mean, this community rallies around its teams. And if the Raiders come in here, if they think that they have to worry about getting the community, this should show them everything they need to know. We're as loyal as it gets, and what a great cause, and just proud to be here. It's awesome.
Diving right back into the action, Shea Theodore singled. Megan Olivey, sideline reporter extraordinaire, slaps a triple over the head of Woodson in center to set up Eric Holla's return to glory.
Wow, how about you? A triple? You're doing big things out there.
I'm trying. I felt a little disrespected. They moved the infield in for me, and I'm the only girl here, so I just had to show them what I was capable of.
Before the game, you talked to me saying that you might not be as fast as you used to be. You got some speed.
I know there was no third base coach, so I had no idea where the ball went, but they were like, you could have scored. Darn it. It has been so fun. And my God, some of these Golden Knights players are just so athletic. They're crushing the ball.
Don't worry. We're still going to pull this thing out, right?
We got this. No question.
You saw what she did.
Oh, yeah. I'm just trying to get up base, not to make a fool
That's
of
a lot of
myself.
pressure on you, man. A lot of pressure. When she does that, you got to at least do that, right?
Check this out, an inside the park home run for the man who hasn't seen the field, or ice for that matter, since injuring himself in November of 2018. Safe to say that knee looks just fine.
Bring it in here! Bring it in here! Bring it in here, baby boy! Yay!
All right, man. Talk to me about what you just did back there. I don't know. I just, it's fun to see this crowd, and like I said earlier, I miss them, and just a little rush that you get playing any sporting event in front of these guys. So, made good contact, and figure I'd just start jogging to first and see what happens. And I don't know what happened, but then I was home, and it was a good feeling. Is that your first career homer? Yeah, I would probably say so. Like I played softball, and I've told everybody just in the summers for fun I'd play softball, and told everybody that usually I just hit singles, get on base, and kind of like the movie Moneyball. That's me. What'd you eat for pregame, man? Because you mashed that thing. No, nothing special. Just we'll see how the next one goes, and then we'll go from there. It's all about consistency, right? And right now you guys are up 6-2 in the what do we got here? Top of the third inning. How you feeling about your guys' chances? Oh, I love our team. We got good momentum. I feel like the crowd is a little bit on our side. I feel like it's going to be tight in the end. They got some players over there, so but we're just here to have fun and And, it's just so fun to see this crowd out here.
Following it up, my guy, B. Sal.
Wow. Now, I popped out the center. You got to be able to show better than me.
I do have. That was a nice catch.
Yeah, thank you. You got to show better than me. I don't want you to feel any pressure, though. A lot of people watching you. A lot of people watching. Oh, what's a bare hand?
What pressure. He ropes one down the third baseline, but then the ugly would ensue.
Use the mitt. Oh, he's out.
Gotta keep your head in the game, man.
Oh, my.
What the heck happened out there?
Well, I ripped a double down the line. That's a good hit.
I was impressed at first.
That's all I saw. What else happened?
But then a little something happened over here at first base, dude.
Oh, they called a timeout. The referee didn't give us a timeout. I mean, what are they doing? I'm going to go kick dirt on it.
Hoping to help us quickly forget Brian's blunder, Marshy delivers a moonshot, but behind him, Revo can't get a pitch to swing at. There's a problem behind the plate.
What do you mean? Oh, it's right. Hi, what do you mean? All right? It's not the pitch. Get him out of there. It's softball. Get him out of there.
Enough of the foolishness. Reeves finally walks and England hits a can of corn to end the inning. But all in all, Team Reilly is feeling pretty good. That is until singles by Eric Swoop and Captain Marcus Allen put men on base for Abram, who eats barbells for breakfast. Kiss that one goodbye, adding an epic bat flip, and Team Allen is right back in contention.
Hey, what a hit. Talk to me about what you just did right there.
I just had to put my team back in the game.
Hey, was that one for Ryan Reeves on the other side?
That was for Canseco.
Oh, that was for Canseco. Hey, you guys heard it. You did it for Canseco.
So could Arden Key follow that up with another for Mr. Canseco. Nah, but a dribbler to the warning track for what would be a ground rule double will do the trick. However, the guy that's got all the hits, Vontez Burfict, came up short to close out the inning.
We're Imagine Dragons.
I'm Tom Coughlin.
And we're Joe and Jill Biden. Every day, 43 children are diagnosed with cancer in the United States.
This leaves a devastating emotional and financial impact on the entire family.
It takes a band.
It takes a team.
It takes a community.
It takes a nation to tackle pediatric cancer.
Join the Tyler Robinson Foundation, the Biden Cancer Initiative, and the Tom Coughlin J Fund in supporting the many families tackling childhood cancer.
So you guys were down 6-2, if I remember right, at the start of that inning. We're tied up now, right?
Well, of course. Listen here, we're gonna fight to the end. My team is well prepared. We gave up a few runs. I think the referee missed some pitches, and I had to go chastise him. But so far, everything's going well, as anticipated. But we're going to win the game.
For you managing this whole thing, what's working well for the team, and what do you want to see them continue to do?
Well, I really didn't want to be a player coach, but they forced me at bat, so I got up and decided to hit left-handed. Right, I haven't done this in a long time, but overall, the team is playing well. The fielding, fielding's okay. We can do a little better than that, but so far, so good.
So as we dive back into it at the Las Vegas Ballpark, things are evened up. It's Canseco back at the plate, and they weren't giving him anything to hit. At least not at first, and for good reason too, because when they finally did give him something, well, you know what happened. Bye-bye ball. Like he's done many times before, Canseco comes through with another jack and takes the all-too-familiar trip around the bases, and just like that, Team Reilly is back out in front, thanks to the man that's gone and made himself the Sultan of SWAT in this charity softball game.
All right, guys, we're hanging out with Megan O'Leary, and man, what have you seen so far from the squad?
This is so fun, and I've learned that the Golden Knights, they're great at hockey, but it seems like they're going to be great at anything they try. I mean, half of them I don't think have ever played baseball, and they're killing it.
Hey, I mean, a stick, a bat, how different is it really?
Exactly, the old ball and stick games, they're great at them.
When you guys have your own personal ringer, Jose Canseco over here, this guy's been clubbing it.
For real. I mean, Jose, when I saw the lineup, I was like, Jose Canseco, our team is good.
And I mean, hey, look, this is a charity game, but at the end of the day, you guys want to win. It's 7-6 right now. It's been back and forth. Yeah. How exciting is that?
No, it's so fun, and this is a charity game, and we're all here for a great cause and to entertain fans, but everybody's really competitive on this two teams, so there are for real bragging rights on the line.
So with his squad back on top, team captain Reilly Smith gets in on the fun. Going back to work at the plate, hoping to add to it, he comes down with the blooper to shallow center, but Josh Jacobs is sleeping on the job. Come on, Rook. You can't let that happen. So Reilly turns that single into a double to get himself into scoring position. From there, Big Bro comes in to try and bring him home. A solid slap to center looks like it'll get the job done, but the Raiders said they'd be looking to win at all costs, and they prove it here. At third base, they pull out the double ball trick. It nearly gets Reilly, but the umps aren't messing around today. This is the battle for Vegas. It's serious stuff, so they aren't having it, and they'll wave him home to extend the lead. And they weren't done there. Hunt comes back to the dish, and Hunt gets one a ride to left, and it ain't coming back. Toss another one on the board for Team Reilly. They showed no signs of slowing down because they kept the hit party rolling as Wild Bill got in on the fun, slinging it up the gut to set things up for Shea Theodore. Easy enough for the Canadian defenseman, showing what he can do on offense here. The shot to the warning track is just far enough to give Big Willie some room to run, and the Swede has some wheels. As he gets to third, he ain't slowing down till he touches home plate. So how about that? Shea bringing him home all the way from first. And when it rains, it pours. The bad stuff kept coming Team Marcus's way. The error at third brings Theodore home, and they're pouring it on. That's thanks in large part to the Raiders, who were handing out runs like an Oprah giveaway. Nearly everyone that stepped to the plate for VGK saw a return trip home. And it ain't stopping when Holla steps up to the plate, bringing Olivia back home after nobody from the Silver and Black seemed to want any part of that fly ball, opening the door for a little bit of redemption for the boss man, Brian Salmon.
Guys, I gotta ask you, I saw what my boy Brian did last time we was up. Do you think he's gonna be able to redeem himself now?
I mean, he better.
You gonna kick him off the team if he doesn't?
I mean, I wouldn't say that.
He owes us for that one out still.
Right now. He's got good eye. I think his best chance of it is if he keeps that going, he'll get on base.
Well, let's see if he can get it done. He pitches really well, which is key.
That's good. Well, man, hey, and what about you, man? They walked you? Like, come on.
Oh. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they didn't want that juice. That's why.
Yeah.
You gotta walk.
I saw you and Jonathan Abram talking a little mess back and forth. Is that a little something brewing there?
Yeah, maybe a little side action. We'll see.
All right, hey, let's see how it goes. You don't want to go toe-to-toe with this guy, that's for sure.
So back to the action with Brian on base. Ingo slaps one to left field to bring Holla in from third and load the bases for Canseco. But Marcus Allen isn't having it.
What do you like your chances as the game folds on? Now you guys are tied 6-6. How you feeling?
Well, Canseco's up right now, and I told her to walk him. I don't care if the fans boo and they want to see entertainment. I don't care. I said walk him.
An intentional
ball up there. An intentional walk.
An intentional walk at a charity softball game.
Right. That's right.
These guys don't lose their competitiveness one bit.
I come to win.
So you heard them. They're not about to surrender the grand slam, dipping back into their dirty bag of tricks. The Raiders actually did it, intentionally walking Canseco to avoid the knockout blow. All told, it was a big inning for the Knights and company. Eventually, the umps would pull out the mercy rule on them and end the inning before this one really got ugly. So after all of those runs, they're handing the bat back over to Team Marcus, and man, do they have their work cut out for them, and then some. At first, it was looking not too hot, but then the big bats showed up, and it was Jonathan Abram getting them going. The guy's explosive. Just look at that swing. Flat out murdered the ball, and things are looking up for the Raiders. They managed to string together hits with Maurice Hurst there, settling in at second base. He'd eventually work his way to third, and KJ keeps the forecast clear for Team Marcus, lining one to left to score Maurice Hurst from third base. That's when Key would get another shot, and a shot he delivered. All 238 pounds behind that one, and the people are loving the long ball action. But they still weren't done. These guys want that win, and they're not slowing down anytime soon. For the first time in a while, the biggest of big men, Trent Brown, gets himself a hit and lands on base. And that set the table for the Flying Hawaiian. Wild Bill ain't feeling froggy, so he was not about to leap for that laser liner to third, which placed another for the Raiders. Runs in bunches here, and really, it can't be all that hard when you get meatballs like that. It may be high, but perfect. Wasn't worried about it. Blasting that one over the fence and left, and my man is feeling himself. Take your time on that home run trot, and yeah, go ahead and let the Knights hear it. You've earned it. Now, earlier we saw Eric Holla pull out the inside the park homer. So how about one for the other guys? Jonathan Abram may be a hard hitter, but he's got the juice to go with it. He turns on the burners and gets himself a 4-bagger the hard way. So up next, we've got Maurice Hurt. Oh, wait a minute, something's up, because we're starting to see a trend down the stretch here. A lot of the same faces coming up to the plate, and a lot of the same faces scoring runs for the Raiders. Safe to say they were batting out of order, but Reilly started it all, right? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. He said it, and boy, did it work for the Raiders. They clawed their way back into this game. If they show this kind of competitiveness on the field next season, no doubt they'll win a lot more than the 4 games Gruden and company managed last year. Just do me a favor and don't tell them I made that joke. Those dudes are way bigger than me. And if you hadn't caught on yet, we saw homers and extra base hits galore from them in this inning, and eventually they'd take a 4-run lead before the Golden Knights were able to end the inning and get the bats back in their hands for one more shot at it.
This is Battle for Vegas Celebrity Softball, presented by Battleborn Injury Lawyers.
How you doing, my man?
I'm doing great. What an event. I'm having a blast. I haven't got a home run yet, but I got a couple run-ins, so.
This is our last at bat, man. We got to get this dub, don't we?
I agree. For the city, right? For the Knights. So they put on a pretty good show last inning, but I think we're going to shock all of Vegas right now.
And last but not least, it's for a great cause. The Tyler Robinson Foundation helping kids with cancer and everything else. How nice is that we're giving back?
Oh, it's unbelievable. And I think we've talked about this before, that cancer has touched everybody in some way. And we're close with, we lost both our grandparents to cancer. So everybody's been touched in some certain way, and to be able to give back in this kind of way, the Imagine Dragons, all the guys that showed up, the Raiders, it's just, it's a testament to the guys and everybody trying to find a cure.
As Brian mentioned, Team Reilly's last at bat, and down 4 can VGK edge out the guys from the Bay Area. Olivia strides it out and gets on base. So, what can Holla do to bring her across? Well, it looked promising, like that one would drop, but my man in left comes flying in for the catch. So we turn to B. Sal. He gets the hit, but can't move the runner into scoring position, which means they're down to their final out. Marshy chases that one across the plate, and we've got one of the plays of the game over at second to end the game and give Team Marcus the win. 20-16 the final score, so that will do it for the first ever Battle for Vegas. It may not have been the way you draw it up, and it may not have been by the rules per se, but we've said it many times tonight. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, and that was definitely on display. Adding insult to injury for VGK, the Knights watch the guys that have yet to actually move to Vegas win the Battle for Vegas. But in the end, it ain't about the wins and losses, it's about the cause. And there's no denying everyone won in that regard tonight.
Not only is that check for $100,000, but because our friends at Zappos added $1,000 per run scored, what that check will actually say when we turn it in to the Tyler Robinson Foundation, $136,000!
It's a little bittersweet right now. I'm with the captain, Reilly Smith. We lost the game. What happened? Why were they cheating so much?
I don't know. I think I shouldn't have said if you're not cheating, you're not trying. At the opening thing, I think it got in their head, and they were calling out, I think, people from the crowd to start playing on their team. Just absolute ringers, too. But unbelievable event. I think everyone had a great time. Hopefully we can do this annually. And, obviously it means the world to be able to do this for TRF.
Yeah, and talk about doing this for TRF. That check, I mean, how emotional, because I'm looking at that amount of money that we were able to raise in that. I mean, how does that make you feel that we were able to raise that amount of money with this event?
It's a humbling experience. There's no doubt about that. And it wouldn't be possible without the great community we have here. Having a sold-out crowd, first year doing this event, what can you say about that? It's unbelievable.
And how about this? Your bro came out. I talked to him. How do you think he played in this event?
He was good. Honestly, I expected a little more from him. So maybe have a tough conversation later tonight. But it was great to be able to put on an event like this and have your family come and be a part of it. So it means a lot for me. And obviously, it's a great event. He's so happy to be a part of it.
And last but not least, Eric Holla. To see him out there running around, you've obviously seen him practice and everything else, but to see him, because he was really feeling the crowd, especially on that inside the park home run that he had.
Yeah, I think our trainers were probably having a heart attack watching him round the bases. But it you know, it was great to see him do that. I know it's been a long time, and a painful time for him the last few months just with the long injury, but he came out here and he was probably one of the MVPs for our team.
All right, I'm with the captain that won the game. I think there might have been a little tomfoolery going on out there.
Well, let me tell you, it wasn't for a lack of effort, that's for sure. Listen here, I think this was a great event. I think the people here, the fans that came out in Las Vegas, absolutely loved it. We love playing in it, so we're looking forward to doing it next year.
And how about the reception that the Oakland, soon-to-be Las Vegas Raiders got out here? I mean, they already love you.
It was great. I'm sure the guys that are here, the current players, I'm sure they felt as excited about it as I did. And I know they're thinking like, but I can't wait to get here.
That's what I'm talking.
It'll be great.
And last but not least, the amount of money that we raised. I mean, how about that?
You know, I have a saying that you're rich by what you give and you're poor by what you keep, you know, and be able to give $100,000 and to have fun and enjoy himself and include all these people here, I think it was just a big success.
A big success indeed. And in a city like Vegas, was there ever any doubt it would be anything less than that? I think I speak for us all when I say we'd all love to see this one continue next year. So for all of us here at News 3, I'm Jesse Merritt. Thank you for watching, as that does it for the first ever Battle for Vegas.